guys, it's Tina and I'm back and it's time for another car chat. Hey there guys. So what's going on? Alright. So I'm parked up so no one can accuse me of being a bad driver or getting scared that I'm gonna get in an accident. Hopefully you guys are all, you're good? You're good? No nerves? Okay, perfect. So I wanted to simply chat about like the goings on in the community, not the beauty, well, a kind of one person in the beauty community, but just miscellaneous like peripheral people. And I've just been seeing this a lot on Twitter. I've been seeing it on the commentary channels. And I wanted to chime in because why not, right? Oh my God, am I yelling? I probably was yelling slightly because I had my AirPod in. Oh my God, it is warm outside. What is the temperature? It feels so good. 81 degrees. What? How is it 81 degrees? Are you serious? I am sitting outside because it is nice as hell. It is currently like 84 degrees and I'm like, hold up. I don't trust this weather. Why is it 84 degrees in March? Like, climate change, anyone? So I am hot. If I have to put the window down, then I'll do that. But child, I am just here to chat with you guys about random nothingness that is really meaningless to me. But I've been seeing a lot of this going around in the commentary drama community here on YouTube, also on Twitter. But like, I am not personally invested in any of these people. I've never supported any of these people. So low-key, it doesn't affect me. But at the same time, it needs to be spoken about. So that's what car chat is all about, to just chat, right? So you guys already can tell from the title. Hopefully I put a title that makes sense, right? So we're talking about a few people, one in the beauty space and a couple others that are peripheral that I really don't know that much about, but I know enough about the story to have feelings, thoughts, and all these things. Okay, so let's start with the beauty community. James Charles, Mr. Jimmy Chuck himself. What is, you know what is going on? What incarnation is going on? So if you guys don't know, James Charles was caught in a sexting scandal with an underage boy. Y'all heard me right. A sexting scandal, sending nudes to an underage boy that happens to be a fan. And he confirmed this. These are not allegations. I'm gonna say allegedly so I don't get sued, but he confirmed it on his Twitter with a Notes app statement, I guess, because it wasn't an apology. So here's what had happened. So apparently there was a fan of his that's 16 years old that's also on TikTok. See why I don't go on TikTok? You see why I don't do Vine and TikTok and these things? It's just asking for trouble. I don't keep up with the kids. I don't need to involve myself in these things. So the guy is on TikTok, right? He's a fan of James Charles. He added him on Snapchat. And James Charles apparently added him back, right? And the guy sent him, photos of, you know, the whole, hey, here's the package. Sent him photos, and James apparently flirted back. Y'all know what flirted back means. Wait, do my nails match? Shut up, y'all. I am killing the game right now. Like, look at me matching. Anyway, so James Charles confirmed that he flirted back. We all know what flirted back means. Meaning he was sending this guy nudes and videos and stuff, right? It's Snapchat. That's what the kids do over there. They send nudes because they disappear or whatever. But the guy, the boy, was taking, like, using another device, whatever, maybe his iPad, and capturing the images and the video that Jimmy was sending him, right? And he made a post on TikTok talking about how James was sending nudes to him, a minor. And oh my God, it blew up as it should. And this is when Jimmy Chuck went ahead and did his little notepad statement. He didn't apologize. All he was saying in his little snippet is that he thought the boy was 18 and he had asked the boy how old he was before sending him nudes, and the boy said he was 18, so he thought it was fine and sent him nudes back and forth. Come to find out, the boy's 16 and he deleted him from Snapchat and kept it pushing, and from now on he's going to ask for ID and a passport or something to verify age. Now tell me, James, tell me, you're big now, you're big man now. James is what, 21 or 22? He's older now. He's not a child anymore. There are no excuses for this type of behavior. Now, let's be fair. What's her name? What's her name again? Lord have mercy. Trisha Paytas, yes. And her compadres, Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, had made accusations about this. Also, Tatiana Westbrook, with her Bye Sister video, had made these accusations about James Charles before. Now, I always say, where there's smoke, there is fire. These allegations, these accusations aren't coming out of thin air. Do I think they ganged up on James Charles, and as the adults in the situation, did I think it was handled poorly? Do I think it could have been addressed a little bit more directly in person with James Charles? Absolutely. At the time, James was 19. So he was still pretty young, right? Pretty new to the scene, and people could have spoken to him offline as friends and really nipped this in the bud, this behavior, right? But it was behavior that he was already exhibiting back then. Again, he was still young, so I expect the adults in the situation to just handle things a little bit differently. But yeah, you don't see smoke without fire. So come years later now, he is doing the same thing with underage boys. And he's using the parasocial relationship that he's created with these fandoms to like pick and choose like his next conquest. Like, what are you're shopping your fan base for partners? What are you doing? And he seems to be, you see, this is why I don't trust anybody that hangs in these circles, in these cliques. I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. And I can't throw that far because the way I'm out of shape right now. But the point is, I don't trust anybody that hangs around Jeffree Star. If you hang around Jeffree Star, automatically you're done. I'm done with you. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna address her later. I'm gonna address her shortly. So the minute people start hanging around Jeffree Star, I'm just like, yep, because birds of a feather flock together. And Jeffree Star, I'm sorry if y'all don't know this and if y'all don't accept this, y'all need to be aware, like, how is this being swept under the rug? Jeffree Star is a predator. He is a predator that uses his fame, his money, and his position of power to have his way with men. Let's be honest. Let's be very clear about that. He does that. There's no question, allegedly. So I don't get sued. But Jeffree Star's boyfriend, Nate, the ex, right? The ex-boyfriend of 5 years was, I believe, 21 or 22. I actually looked this up because they were together for 5 years and he's about 26, 27 now. So that means like back then he was about 21, 22. So still very young. And Jeffree Star is in his 30s, okay? And Nate was also straight. He had never been bi-curious before. He had never been with a man before. I can't say he's never been bi-curious because that's, who am I? Like, how do I know his life, right? But he's never been with a man before, Jeffree Star. So Jeffree Star is acting like he didn't go to the boondocks and pick up Nate and influence him with money and wealth and the promise of this luxurious life to get Nate to kind of, you know, be in a relationship with him. And he also used sex to keep Nate happy. So he'd use threesomes and all that. So they would still be having sex. Well, Nate would still be having sex with girls in their threesome situations. So that was his way of keeping Nate around even though you could catch the vibe that Nate wasn't really 100% like with the gay lifestyle. Like, to me, sexuality is so complicated, so complex. It differs from person to person, and even within certain frames of sexuality, like bisexuality, it might be where you're bi-curious. Like, a girl might be bi-curious, right? So she'll make out with other girls, she'll maybe even have oral sex with other girls, but she won't necessarily have a full-fledged relationship. She'll want to have a full-fledged relationship with a guy. You know what I mean? They're different. Like, it's a sliding scale. It can be here, there, in the middle. It's a gray area. Sexuality is so gray and ever changing and evolving and flowing as you grow, as you mature, as your tastes change. So much can affect your sexuality, right? So I'm not trying to act like I know what the hell is going on in Nate's head, but to me, Nate was more interested in women than he was in men, but he was still bi-curious and would still have relationships with men. You get what I'm saying? Like, to me, he wasn't like all the way there like Jeffree Star is all the way into men, right? And Jeffree Star has said that he prefers straight men. So he goes after straight men, or men that attest to be straight, and then try to encourage them to explore their bi-curiosity. You know what I mean? So Jeffree Star himself is predatory, and he has so much money right now and so much fame that he can use that to manipulate others and manipulate young men into being with him. And we've seen it. Like, come on, Jeffree Star is the first predator. Now, when he interacts with these different influencers, James Charles, Manny MUA, Laura Lee, all these people, Nikita Dragon, the minute I see anyone that I may have followed start hanging out with him, cut, we're done, okay? Manny MUA was the first one for me. I used to like Manny. When Manny just started, he was so endearing. I was like, oh my God, he's so cute. I liked his personality. I was like, he's cute. I like him. And once he started going after Jeffree Star, I was like, I'm done. We're not playing anymore. I'm out. And I haven't actually gone back and followed Manny MUA after that. But I'm more like receptive to like his products and him now after he's ended the friendship with Jeffree Star. But like, I still side eye him, you know, because what made it okay for you to be friends with a person like that? And like, not even just peripheral, oh, we're acquaintances, we run in the same circles, like LA, so we're like, I see him, hi, how are you? No, they were friends, they were hanging out, they did a collab together. So it's like Manny MUA was cut off after that. But this is about James Charles. Once James Charles started hanging out with Jeffree Star, I was like, oh, here we go. And James Charles was very impressionable at the time, and I feel like he learned a lot from Jeffree Star and being around Jeffree Star and seeing how Jeffree Star interacted with his sexual exploits. So I feel like some of that rubbed off on James Charles. So James Charles has also said he prefers straight men, and he's so thirsty. Like, you see him in celebrities' comments, even when they're outright like, I'm straight, I'm in a relationship with a girl, whatever, he still will flirt with them online, like, hey, come see, you know what I'm saying? So he's always been doing this. This is not lost on me. He's already predatory in that way, and now he's moved on to using his influence over his fans and that parasocial attachment that has been created to date them, to have sex with them, to get nudes, to have his way with them. And I'm like, see, that's where you went really, because there's already a power imbalance. The power dynamic right there with fans, oh no, I could never. I am a small channel. I am barely a blip in the YouTube sphere. But I have met people that watch my channel, subscribers, that have gushed to me in person, and it makes me uncomfortable, because honestly, if you ever meet me, I am nobody. Not that I'm nobody, that's not the right phrase. I am just like you. I am you, okay? There's nothing special about me. I just happen to film and talk on camera like I'm talking to people, right? So there's nothing, absolutely nothing special about me. Never treat me like that. If you like me and like my vibe, we're cool. Like, just come up to me and say hi like you would any regular person. I am just an average, regular, there's nothing special about me. So I don't like that he's using that power dynamic to fish for sexual exploits. That to me already throws everything off. This parasocial relationship and the power dynamic. People are enamored with these celebrities and influencers, and the celebrity culture has now rolled into influencer culture because these influencers are celebrities in their own right. And the thing about it is that makes them even more dangerous. Influencers are more accessible than celebrities. Celebrities are becoming more accessible now. Like, you'll see them in LA walking around, you can probably go up and say hi, but you used to have to run in certain circles to interact with celebrities. Like, you had to be in certain social circles to see and meet them, and you had to make yourself like present in certain areas, right? Now with influencers, they have that same fame and notoriety, but they're more accessible. Like, you literally see them walking down the street because, like I said, they're just like any one of us. They're not isolated in like a just LA top-notch wealth. Like, you won't see them on Rodeo Drive or anything. You'll see them in Starbucks. They're so accessible. So that to me makes it even more dangerous, right? So now with that access, in addition to you having access to them, guess what? They have access to you. And James Charles is using that to his advantage, and it is predatory, and it is just, oh my God, it's so creepy, it's gross, and it's illegal because here's the thing. He seems to be interested in these young boys. This 16-year-old situation is not the first time this has happened. He's been speaking to underage boys all this time, okay? There have been different times where others have called him out, but they're kind of downplayed because people are like, oh, you're just doing it for clout. And sometimes it is for clout, but at the same time, that doesn't change it from being illegal, because he is sending nudes and requesting nudes and getting nudes from underage boys. It is illegal. It is child pornography. Do you understand the illegality of it all? Okay? Did y'all watch was it Cheer on Netflix? That series with the cheerleaders, and there is one of the cheerleaders that is actually in prison. I don't know if he went to prison right now, but he's locked up. I don't know if he's been charged. I know he's been charged officially, but I don't know if the case is closed and he's been sentenced. But he was locked up, okay? He's being charged with child pornography because he was also taking advantage of underage fans and sending them nudes and getting nudes from them. That is child pornography. Okay, hear about Jeffree Star. James Charles is doing that right now. He sent nudes to a minor, and he has nudes from a minor. He can get locked up. It's a federal crime. He can get locked up. And just saying that, oh, I asked for their age and they told me they were 18, that doesn't change anything. If they indeed told you they were 18, they were being deceptive, yes, but it's still a crime. And now he's saying, he's just brushing it under the rug like, yeah, I'll check passports and ID from now on before I engage. And it's like, it's still a crime, and his fans are so young and impressionable. And again, that's parasocial relationship. They're just like, yeah, it's fine, he's fine. Like, do you guys understand how criminal it is? And how not only criminal, but it's manipulative, and it's a terrible, terrible slope that he's on. He's at the end of the slope because he's slipping all the way down, child. And this needs to get addressed. Like, somebody needs to pull him up by his bootstraps and really like check him, like get him in check, because he's gonna end up in trouble. He's gonna end up in trouble because it seems like all these boys that he's going after, they're young and they look young. Like, it's obvious how young they are. Like, what are you doing? It's obvious. Like, how can you tell me that this 16-year-old doesn't look 16? Are you serious? They're 16. You can't tell me nothing. That's like me taking my little self up. No, well, not him, but like the Jeffree Star situation, like me taking my little self up and dating a 22-year-old. Like, what the hell do I have to talk to a 22-year-old about? Like, talk about the power dynamic. Just me, average Joe, no fame, no nothing. I ain't rich like Jeffree Star. Imagine me taking up a little 21-year-old. You know how I can manipulate a little boy if I'm out here getting my cougar on. Like, are you serious? No, don't do that. So with James Charles, I think it's toxic. I think it's terrible. And you know what? I don't. He needs to be held accountable, and it needs to be addressed, because I feel like he's getting away with it, and he feels like I can get away with it. So he's been doing this crap non-stop. So let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna end this video here. I'm not gonna make the car chat too long, so I'll talk about the other situation in a second car chat, and we'll just post them at the same time like I did my last car chat. Child, I told you it was too hot. The way my camera just overheated. So hopefully you guys caught what I was saying. What I was saying was that I'm gonna end the car chat for this particular topic here. Let me know what you guys think about this situation. I think James Charles maybe needs to deal with some authority, some police interrogation to wake him up, because this is not good. It's not good. And he's still young enough to change his ways, to learn from his mistakes. I mean, it's at this age that you make the most mistakes, but he better get it together quick, okay? Because it's not okay. It's not okay, and he needs some counseling and some guidance, because it's not okay. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, and then do the other situation in another video. And like I said, I will post it at the same time, just to keep these videos a little bit more manageable, digestible, not as long. So I am gonna talk to you guys in the comments, and I will talk to you otherwise very soon. Bye guys.